my name's Simon. I'm 45 years old now, I think, and I've been caring for my wife since 2009, so 7 years now. Uh, I used to work. I've had quite a few jobs. I've worked in a factory. I've worked as a security guard. I had my own business for quite a while, but all of that, you can't do both if you're caring for somebody, looking after somebody, and carry on working, not with the severity of her condition. So now I'm full-time carer and play my part in bringing two teenage children up as well. My caring responsibilities, there's quite a few of them. The wife has degenerating disc syndrome in her back, coupled with a few other conditions as well, which basically means she's wheelchair bound if we go out the house. She's diabetic. She can't get around the house easily. She needs help getting up, getting dressed, washing and bathing duties, all those sorts of things really. I've learned how to do quite a lot of things. I've learned how to become a much better cook. I've learned how to wash and cut hair, which I never thought I would, but I've learned how to become a bit of a hairdresser. I tend to manage most of the household budget and organising the house because the painkiller she's on can make her a little bit foggy at times. So it's best left to me, to be honest. What else? It's 24/7. I do all the driving because she's not very capable of driving anymore. The doctor's runs and the prescriptions and things like that. And organising all the paperwork and dealing with people like the DHSS and people like that. It's a full-time job as well. I first got involved in the carer centre probably around about 2009. I think about the October time, the end of the summer holidays, sort of autumn time, when the carer centre was down in Knowlton Street. So that's how long ago it was. I used to use the drop-in on a Monday morning, sort of coffee and a chat, meeting other people in a similar situation was very good. And then over a couple of years, I got to know more of the staff, and we got advice about all sorts of things, really. One of the best things we ever got was a pharmacist review. They advised us to go, which the doctors never said anything and nobody said anything else, but the carer centre advised us to go for a pharmacist review where we went to the chemist and he went through all the medications that my wife was on and said, well, this counteracts with this, so, there's no point in taking both of them and things like that. And he suggested a different course of medication than the doctors, and that was, that's been a lot better. What else? And an outlet for me, really, as well, to do things here that make me feel that my life's not just 100% caring, to be honest. I work in the volunteer cafe, and that gives me a bit of a social life and a chance to chat to people, a chance to do something. Carers are sort of, sometimes I think of us as a forgotten army. We do an awful lot of work, but we don't really get the support of people like the doctors and local authorities and things like that, because they're all geared towards the cared for. So, the carer centre's great. You don't feel like you're slipping through the cracks. You can talk to someone about your own situation or your own role, and you're not going to be judged on it. And yeah, it's for us rather than for the cared for, which is something I think we need. One of my favourite things about the carer centre at the moment is the cafe, but it does change, depending on your circumstances, depending on what you need from the carer centre. But at the moment I like the cafe because it's nice to sort of get out once a week, talk to a few other people, and and it's a bit of a social thing as well. Everyone in the cafe knows each other, so we have, we know a lot of the regular customers as well, so it's quite a social thing as well. What does being a carer mean to me? A great percentage of it is just physically looking after somebody, which it can be difficult But that's not the hardest part of being a carer, really. The physical thing, helping somebody get dressed and all the rest of it, is something that maybe men learn to manage with and cope with pretty quick. We adjust to that. It's a lot more difficult to see somebody's mental state wobble or decline or whatever you want to call it. That's the harder part. Watching somebody's mental health suffer because of their condition, and knowing that there's not a lot you can do about that. You do it for somebody who's family, but not for other people, because you're a carer, really.